Hey Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here and welcome back to Terra Invicta. I think generally things are going quite well for us in the game. We have been still dealing with quite a bit of xenoflora in Eastern Europe. I'm gonna do... sorry. I was doing a concerted campaign to get back this control point in Italy because I really don't want the aliens to have inroads there. So we're just gonna spam public campaigns for another round. Well, actually, what I should do is, really quickly, let me take Vinicio here. And we're gonna try to perform a crackdown, so it's a 1% chance. His investigation skill is really, really high, but it's not quite high enough. I wonder, does he have a level available? He does have 2. I'm gonna give him 2 points in investigation. I think that's gonna start to matter a lot that we get him to 25 investigation so we can start to purge. And now, yeah, we can get up to a 12%. So if we could just change the popularity in this country a little bit, we should be able to yoink this and have it under our control. Now, I think the important thing is, I think we will get better outcomes on our propaganda now because we have one of these moon stations. Yeah, this one here, the social science lab, that gives me +1 strength to our successful public campaign missions. So we should be able to sway Italy incredibly quickly, actually. Let's let time pass. Amazingly, Hungary has so much mission control. Oh, what is happening here? A nuclear attack was just launched. India just launched a nuke at Pakistan. That's not good. Jesus Christ. So the nuke, already a nuke has been fired in 2026. Or was it Pakistan that launched a nuke at India? I think it was Pakistan that launched a nuke at India or something like that. But one of those armies was just deleted off the face of the planet. So now India only has 3 armies. Yeah, I think it was Pakistan that launched a nuke here. Now, unfortunately, I think that cost a 3 million population and a huge amount of their GDP. Oh, that's really, really not good. Okay, that's very, very spooky that that's happening. Well, the aliens only have control of 1 more army, so we'll see what can be done here. Let's take a look at Vinicio again. How do you feel about doing a crackdown here? Now it's a 28% success chance, and crackdowns tend to happen fairly late into a turn. So should I give this a full send? I'm going to give this a 32 influence send, and then we'll do 1 more round of public campaigns just to try to make this just go over the line. So that's all she wrote there. Europe, on the other hand, Europe is doing really, really well. Our GDP is still declining. I think that was due to the nukes that were launched. It's kind of having a global effect. Yeah, unfortunately, nukes being launched causes global environmental damage. So you should see that basically every country in the world will have taken a hit to GDP. Okay, the United States is in civil war. I have no idea how to fix this. I need to start fixing this. I'm going to get to work on fixing the United States next, I think, because holy shit, what is going on there? Why is this so high? It looks like their cohesion is too low. Ooh, this is actually a really bad outcome. I'm going to have to take my scientist into custody for 4 months. Otherwise, I'll lose popular support around the world, and I can't afford to do that. Oof, that's actually really bad. 4 months of him being out of commission. That's 8 turns. Because his points don't actually count. I should have just taken the public support hit, I think. Maybe I should have taken the public support hit. Yeah, in future, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take the public support hit, because when I'm have this much control riding on this, I don't think I can afford to get a councillor taken like that, because that's going to burn all of our influence. God, we had so much influence too. I wish I could roll that back. That's going to set me back months. We absolutely have to purge Italy. We don't really have a choice on that. That has to happen. So he'll be released around July. It's May, June, July. So it's not that long, all things considered, but it feels like a very long time. But yeah, Pakistan using nukes to defend themselves just really goes to show you why war between nuclear powers is not good, because the global effects on that, within the context of this game, at the very least, this is really not good. I can't abandon any countries. I can't afford to. I've spent so long building up my power base in Europe. I need to get as many points that increase my control right now as possible, because it actually has a very big reduction. I wish I could get the IMF, dude. God damn it. So let's give this guy some more points of administration, because that will really, really significantly slow the bleed on our point income. Yeah, now we're only losing 5 points a day, which is still not amazing, but at the very least, we might be able to merge a country in here. Let me have a look. Norway is 100 days away. We can't do Italy until October. The Alpine states aren't until August, and the Southern Balkan states aren't until November, so it will be a while before we can really make a difference here. I guess we'll just have to take our licking. This is just going to hurt our influence really, really badly. It's also really hurting our boost income, which I'm not a fan of. The bad thing is that this is also leaving all of my control points really vulnerable to attack, because if you're heavily over your control point maximum, you are much easier to take. It's much easier to take control points off you. So those missions are going to start to look really attractive to other factions, which is really not good. Yeah, look, now the servants are attacking me because my control point is too stretched thin. They're trying to purge all my control points. Really not good. Yeah, they're really fighting for the Alpine states in Italy. I need to start doing public campaigns in Italy. So we've researched orbitals, which will now unlock the ability to make orbital cores. What I'm going to do here now is start to research advanced heat management concepts. This will allow us to set up missions to the inner planets. However, this is going to go to low priority. I think my main objective now is to get this finished, the cooperative resolution. It'll take me a couple of years, but I feel like if I get this finished, it'll be significant. I'm also going to be researching orbital... Well, actually, no. I want to wait until I've built my orbital core before I start researching that in earnest. So yeah, I guess we'll just help out with settlement hubs so that we can upgrade our space bases. They did another crackdown in Italy. The aliens are just really, really annoying. I really need to start like assassinating them or something. Yep, they got my legislature control point in Italy. Well, we should be able to get it back relatively easily. It should only take us 2 turns. My popularity is still high enough in Italy to where if I do even just a single round of public campaigns here, it should absolutely not be a problem. Oh shit, wait, Europe is undefended. Oh no. It's all crumbling apart because Seamus... Well, look, it'll put us behind a few turns. It'll be fine. But we've got a successful crackdown. We're breaking them. Yeah, look, the aliens are fighting our goal to unify Europe. They know that that's our objective. We can now make orbital cores. I'm going to go ahead and research this and put it to maximum. Orbital cores, they cost more mission control, but they allow you to make bigger space stations. And I definitely want to get a bigger Xeno research space station. And so I'm going to put that as my primary research. I'm going to max that out and hopefully get it done. In fact, I'm going to go full send on that because the sooner I get that, the sooner I get my Xeno space base. And that should provide me with the stuff I need to fight the aliens on Earth. Or at the very least, detect their agents and detect their actions and really start to undermine them. I don't even have the influence to do a defend mission. Ugh. I think our best defense is to pump popular support in the European Union. God, I need to also start lowering unrest in America. And to do that, I'm going to need to start boosting my popular support in America. So that's going to be one of our... There's too many actions I need to take and not enough time to take them all. Oh God, a massive grouping of alien Earth megafauna is rampaging across the Maputo region in Mozambique, killing civilians. Right, we need to get an army down there. So what is going on with this? Some sort of alien megafauna. It's moving to the Lusaka region. Oh my God, the art on this thing is absolutely terrifying. So we need to get rid of him. So it looks like it's heading towards Zambia, Malawi. Let's see if we can get an alliance with Zambia, Malawi. All right, let's try it. Oh, I need influence. I can't deal with this until I have influence. God damn it. Right, well, there's a lot of crisis happening right now. We'll see what we can do. Right, Seamus Lenigan is back. That was a major setback. We lost over 200 influence to that setback. That's really, really bad. We need to make sure that never happens again. But key things here is I need to get control of these 2 countries. So let's do a purge here, and I'll also do a purge here. And if I have control of these 2 countries, I should be able to ally them with the European Union, and I should be able to dispatch the European Union forces. Because I need to be allies in order to send my troops to help out, and I can't right now, so I have to do the political side of things. Right, so major goal here is to purge. A lot of stations are finishing their modules, which is good. We should start to see a little bit more science coming in. I still don't have enough influence to defend my control points in the European Union, which is not good. So the next best thing is to increase the appeal. What's the word? So we have access to the orbital core now, and we will get access to the solar array and fission reactor array. This is a key development for me because now I can come up to the International Space Station, this one, the ISS, and we're going to upgrade it to a orbital core. This will take about 60 days and it'll cost me 2 extra mission control. However, this one will be able to hold a lot more space modules and solar arrays and stuff like that, and so it'll be much more efficient. Nice, we're getting more of our bases on Mars to complete. Excellent. Let's have a look at the Mars situation actually. I can't quite afford... Oh wait, I can afford to send up mining complexes to Mars still. So I suppose we'll fire off a few more. I could start using fission piles, but they're a little bit more expensive to maintain. They can fully support an entire space station on their own. I think solar collectors are totally fine though. They're slightly less efficient, but for now they'll do the job. How long until these mining bases come up? So August, right. So not very long until we'll be starting to get some proper resource output on Mars as well. That's incredibly frustrating. We were on the verge of bringing the Balkans into the European Union, and now they've been axed by a coup. I guess I did let insurgency get too high, and I was over my control point limit. It just goes to show you, like, a single random event can completely screw you here in this game. So we've taken control of one of these countries. I don't even know if our troops are going to get over here. So what's the situation looking like down here? The GDP has decreased. They've lost thousands of their population. It's all going very poorly. So what we need to do is we need to talk to the European Union. We need to see, we're going to get an alliance with Mozambique. And what this will do is it will allow me to dispatch my troops. It'll take them about 25 days to get there. I'm going to dispatch both of my armies to fight that megafauna. And then hopefully in the next turn cycle, I'll be able to ally Zambia, Malawi, and get my troops in place to defeat that. So if you were wondering why I was so diligent about trying to keep those alien life forms under control, now you know. The megafauna can spawn and just wreak havoc across the world. Oh, for God's sake, someone ran a coup in Zambia. I guess the coup did nearly obliterate that alien megafauna, so I can probably send my troops home. Who knew staging a violent uprising was the best way to get rid of an alien? So we're about to be ready to start merging in some more countries. The EU expansion will go ahead as planned. But otherwise, I'm still trying to just build my relationship with the United States. Nice, we've just completed our very first mining outpost on Mars. That's amazing. That is a huge outcome. So now this should be producing. Yes, it's producing a massive surplus. So now we are starting to have a lot of resources in space, which should mean we can start to aggressively colonize, although we do need to be careful about mission control. That's going to be our main limiter here. So that's why I don't really plan to expand anymore. I could try to take control of almost all of Mars, but honestly, I'm totally fine if other people have bases there. I got the highest quality bases that I could find. Those will fuel my economy for months and years to come. Plus, I got the 2 asteroids around them. More mining bases on Mars are coming online. We have massive surpluses of resources. Fantastic, beautiful, wonderful. So can I get allied with Zambia and Malawi? Let's offer them an alliance. Wait, don't continue on. And then we can begin sending the European Union army in here to fight this alien. It's almost dead. But the faster we kill it, the less damage the country takes. At least that's my thought process. I think that that's the right way to think about things. Because if you see, it is just doing destructive damage to these regions. Like, it's hurting the economy. It's just not good. I think we are ready to merge Italy in. No, sorry, who's ready to merge then? Alpine States? Did we never put the Alpine States in the Federation? Oh, for God's sake. Well, we'll have to do a couple of national policies in here. I don't believe that. Let's start working on Poland. I'm really tired of the aliens having a base in Poland, especially because it has a core economic region. I really want control of that. Alright, so our division has arrived. It should be fighting. Yep, it's in battle. Now this thing is slightly stronger than us, so that's something to worry about. But we did manage to destroy the megafauna, and we get credit for it. And that was really key here, actually. So initial examination of the creature's colossal carcass suggests it's not a wholly independent entity, instead a linked plant-like linked to the plant-like growth around them. The true nature is something of a mystery. They seem to be a hybridization of flesh and vegetation, with genetic tampering is possible. They are possibly part of a terraforming effort, because nearby soil, bedrock, plant and animal life is absorbed in bulk and then rapidly transformed into creature mass. Yeah, so like, we need to start trying to clear xenoflora. There's an awful lot of xenoflora down here in the south. Okay, so we have federation with Alpine States and Norway, but no unification options. I thought I already did this. This was just a huge mistake on my part. It's fine. It just means, like, you know, another 180 days of waiting before we can merge them in. Yeah, so June 2027. God, that's a lot. I can't believe I messed that up. But that's part of this game, right? You're gonna make mistakes when you're relatively new to it. I don't think I can afford to run advice projects on the European Union anymore. My action economy is too stretched right now, especially because of America. Like, America is just a huge problem that I need to deal with. God, but I can't deal with America until I lower my feckin' point cap. Yeah, a single point in America costs 26. We've got a little bit of unrest in the European Union as well. We should probably start suppressing that. Let's stabilize the nation. I wish I knew what was contributing to it. It looks like polarization is the problem. I think I'm going to stop investing into the economy on a temporary basis. Well, I'm going to invest on a very minimal basis. But we're going to work on stabilizing the country. So 75% of the money is going towards unity. This will hurt our democracy rating, but it will bring our cohesion up. I think I'm going to completely cancel all funding. I will also, should we do some spoils? No, we don't want to do any spoils anymore, I think. We want to try and make the European Union, like, really strong. We're going to stop funding the military quite so much. I'm going to stop funding Boost, and we're going to try and get this country back on track. We need to get cohesion to around 5, and we need to get inequality to be a little bit lower. Looks like we found a ton of alien life forms in Canada, Brazil, and India. I'm going to focus on clearing them out of South Africa, and I'm going to send this army back to Paris. Armies that are in their home base, airlift home versus how long would it take to deploy? Yeah, let's just airlift it home. We'll airlift that army home. It'll take a few turns to get home. Armies cost more to maintain in terms of investment points when they are abroad, away from home. So we've researched settlement hubs. This will allow us to upgrade our planetary bases, like on the moon and on Mars. So these are just outpost habitation. Oxygen is, you need oxygen, you need all that sort of stuff. And this will allow us to research the settlement core. Now, what tech do they pick next? So they picked mission to Jupiter. I'm less inclined to care about mission to Jupiter. I'll help everyone finish the industrialization of space. We now have access to the fission reactor array. I'm more concerned about the solar array. I want the solar array. The Eurasian Union is conducting a snap of military exercises near the border with the European Union. Cohesion would change by -2. So we can lower cohesion in the Eurasian Union by sending in operatives to do that. We can mobilize our own forces. This would increase our military technology level by 0.3, which is a lot, and we would gain 1 cohesion, putting us much closer to the ideal value of 5. So I'm going to say that we mobilize our own troops. This will increase our cohesion and also increase our military technology level by a significant amount, putting us much more able to actually fight if we do get into war, particularly against Xenoflora. We're going to go ahead and get started on researching the solar array. This is a tier 2 solar power station that will be useful for our alien monitoring station. So I'm going to go ahead and research that and immediately do a full send on it to get it done ASAP. Nice. We're starting to reduce the unrest. I'm going to get it to do that again. I need to get the unrest down to like 0 ideally. Beautiful. So we finished the HAB module at the International Space Station right here. Now, the important thing about this HAB module is, as you can see, it can actually support an awful lot more stations. So I'm going to start slapping up some xenology labs. 2 xenology labs, and then 2 xenology labs. So that's 6 xenology labs, which will require me to make another solar collector. I'll put a couple of solar collectors up there. And because we now have all the resources we need in space, we no longer really need boost, which is fantastic. So boost has now less important to us. It's still going to be useful and important, but less important. So every single one of these solar power things can power 2 modules. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I should be able to power 8 xenology labs. And the reason that I'm building these xenology labs is for the 10% boost to researching alien-related technology, the small trickle of science that it will give you, but more importantly, that +1 bonus to alien detection on Earth if the module is in an Earth in-phase orbit. So we'll be able to find what the aliens are doing on the planet much easier. Right, brilliant. So now we have access to the solar array, which I believe can make up to 42 power per month. So I should be able to just start researching some super basic stuff. But what we want is industrialization of space. And now if I come up to the International Space Station, you can see a solar array. This provides 42 power. So if I think about it, I would like to have 10 xenology labs, which means I'm going to need about 50 power because each one takes 5 power. So a single tier 2 solar array with a single tier 1 solar array should allow me to actually cancel these solar collectors and actually replace the solar collectors on the ends with xenology labs, so I can go up to the ideal 10 xenology labs. Now, ideal is actually 9 for one of those categories, but, you know, we're doing xenology up here, okay? Let's do a tier 2 solar array here. We're going to upgrade it. It'll take 40 days. And so it'll be about the 15th of November when this station fully comes online. I'm loving this. I can build in space now without having to use boost. I mean, boost is still useful because it'll make up for where you're missing resources, but we are just beginning insane amounts of space mining. One of these bases will be a construction base, so I probably won't fully build all of them into outpost mining complexes, but I can build an awful lot of them into outpost mining complexes. I think that's the right call. And then this will be the this will be the final mining base. We'll do some solar collectors. Perfect. And then we're good to go. We have all of these Mars bases building mining stations. We're generating a decent amount of fissile, so we will be able to power bases further out in the solar system using radioactives. We're also majorly boosting our public opinion with Poland, so we can start to take this away from them. Poland belongs in the European Union. Looks like a backer tour has been called. They want to check the International Space Station. So I could bring them up, and this would permanently give me a 2% boost to my knowledge priority for the rest of the game. A 2% bonus to investing in knowledge might not seem like much, but over the course of however long this game is going to be, I think that's actually going to be a massive boost. So it's finally time for Vinicio to start performing the crackdown on Poland so we can bring it back into the European Union. We missed you, Poland. You belong with us. Rejoin us. So another alien fleet just landed. This is, it looks like an Earth surveillance ship. I'm really curious, actually. What is the current fleet looking around Earth like? Are there multiples? Is there only one? It looks like there's only one. There's a lot of stations going around the planet. Yeah, I don't know. It's curious. Okay, this is huge. We now have access to the settlement core. I would like to set up a settlement core maybe on the moon. But I think that's not a big deal for me right now. I don't think I can build tier 2 mining yet, but maybe it would be a good idea to get a tier 2 hab on the moon. So let's get that researched. We'll do a full send on that. We'll pause on industrialization of space. Our army has made it back to Paris. We'll eventually want to build a third army, I think. 3 armies would be a good amount. Let's have a look at Poland. So we failed our crackdown mission in Poland. We are going to do it again. We're going to continue to raise our public opinion in Poland. And I'm curious, maybe we could steal some projects. This character is careless, so we might be able to pull off. There's a ton of xenoflora down here. We're going to have to try and get rid of all that. Otherwise, more megafauna will appear. But yeah, I think we can steal this project. It's an 86% chance of succeeding. So whatever the project is, we might be able to yoink it, which will save us on technology. How do the servants feel about me? Oh, I'm at war with the servants, so they hate me. Wow, you really failed that mission, eh? Okay, good job. Nice failure. All right, so we failed to steal the project. That's okay. The solar arrays are starting to come online in Mars. It looks like Africa is becoming the next big battleground. There's been a ton of like subversive activity there. People trying to take over each other's stuff. I really need to deal with the India situation, the India-Pakistan situation, but I just don't have the control points. Let's have a look at the org pool. I think I need to start like clearing out Seamus Lenigan of some of the older, weaker orgs. Let's identify some really, really good ones. So Los Alamos National Laboratory gives you +2 science, a 10% energy research, so that's actually quite good. Now, it also gives 35 science per month and +1 project. But you need to have a control point in America, so that's no use to me. 9% space output. Hyderabad. The Cambria Syndicate. I don't think any... Oh, I would really like this. I would really like the Cambria Syndicate. Are any of my guys criminals? So I could make this guy a criminal. I could make Jeremy Asobonteng into a criminal, which I think I will do. So I'm going to give him the criminal trait, and that'll allow him to grab the Cambria Syndicate, who can do hostile takeovers, but more importantly, it increases like a bunch of his stats. Yeah, so the hostile takeover uses administration and you spend money, so this will allow us to maybe take control of more really, really powerful organizations from other companies. Beta Semiconductor would be... Nah, it's not that good actually. None of these are too good. The Directorate General for External Security. Now that would be a really nice one for me to pick up. It would be ideal for this guy, Divakar, to grab. I'll have to save up a few more points, and I'll also have to level him up with an administration so that he has control points for it. Seamus Lenigan is ready to level up, and he's mostly been using his science ability. I'm going to upgrade him to be a senior computer scientist. That will give him +10 base science output and 25% boost to information science research, which could be handy. Right, we've managed to get the national cohesion in the European Union around to 5, and 5 is what I would consider to be like an ideal democracy level. We need to start getting our democracy level up higher too. Our tech level is still increasing really, really well. There's a super duper amount of technology coming in here. I think actually we're ready to merge Italy into the European Union. So let's do that. Let's get that national priority going. Right, let's confirm those assignments and get things going again. I'm feeling pretty good about things. So now we have settlement cores, and I think the HAB modules we're about to finish. Yeah, we're up to an 85% boost, and now we can research this. So our total boost, so look, let me do the maths here. So this will be finished in September 2027. We're currently making 13k science, and we're getting a massive boost to our project speed. I'm going to put the Xenoflora defoliants to get done as well. No, I'll do Xenoflora defoliants first, I think. We'll get that done first. It'll be done in December. It'll be done in like less than a month. Then we can get to work on a cooperative resolution. So the servants have finished completion of industrialization of space. This is huge, especially for the construction module. This is a really, really important thing. Devolved Space Command could be really, really helpful as well. Now they're working on advanced carbon manipulation. So essentially industrialization in space is now we're able to actually start construction facilities in space rather than having to build them in certain places and then send them from Earth. Basically, we have to send the actual like machinery to build it from Earth, if that makes sense. So unification with Iceland and Italy is possible. Federation, we might be able to get the Southern Balkans into our federation. But let's handle the unification with Italy. This will significantly hurt a lot of our stats, but most importantly, it'll increase our population and our GDP, and again, our control of the world. It'll lower the amount of, like massively lower the control point cap for controlling the world, which will open up a lot more opportunity to begin unifying Europe. So we have one country, one love. We've taken over a control point in Poland, so we're starting to bring Poland into the fold. Right, let me have a look here. Right, let's continue to merge countries into here and continue to take control of Poland. Another purge will be underway. We'll do the final crackdown. Ooh, why is this one so difficult? Ah, I see. They own the legislature. So I tell you what I'll do. Rather than doing a crackdown this turn, I'm going to do a public campaign while we get control of the legislature, and then we'll go for the executive branch of the government. Ooh, outpost mining on Mars has just kicked in, and we're now cranking out resources. Amazing. So in terms of federation, there's a few countries ready to join in federation, but more importantly, let's unify Iceland. Right, now that we have control of the executive, we should be able to take control of now that we have control of the legislature, we should be able to take control of the executive in Poland. It looks like the aliens are cranking out public support in Poland, so we're going to do the exact same. Now let's have a look at which other countries do we want to bring into the fold. I think Spain will be next. It's a relatively large economy. Let's bring it in. We have managed to complete Xenoflora defoliants, which means we'll do extra damage to xenoforming and aliens will have a harder time xenoforming inside my territory. So this is partially why I wanted to make a big Europe. Settlement mining complex. So this is actually an upgrade to our mining abilities. We also have now Devolved Space Command. Devolved Space Command will lower hab revolt events and also give us better defense against mission control. Let's have a look here. So yeah, I definitely want the settlement mining complex. It's a tier 2 module. It's able to mine more effectively. Let's get started on that, and then we're going to go full send on a cooperative resolution. It will take a very, very long time to get this done, but my hope is if we can get it done, it will be a major boon. So public opinion in us in Poland is perfect. Amazing. Okay, so we're going to get control of Poland. Perfect. We've taken control of Poland. That's the next step. You are in the European Union, right? Yeah, I think you are. Okay, beautiful. We managed to get a probe to Ceres. Let's take a look at these sites. Not much in the way of... Yeah, I think I'm going to put 2 bases on Ceres. One mining for water and fuel, and then one mining for... water is the fuel, volatiles are for life support. I think 2 bases on Ceres makes sense. So we will launch one here to Yalode Crater, and then we'll launch one to Hanami Crater. This will allow me to get a huge amount of volatiles, although I do have a really, really good amount, and you can actually sell these, I believe. You can sell metals and stuff, but not the volatiles. But even so, we're going to need more and more of these, so we may as well. Ooh, or do I want the metals? Maybe it'd be better to get the metals. Yeah, let's get the metals. 2 bases on Ceres seems reasonable to me. It's not like an insane play. Right, let's go ahead and purge Poland and begin working on Spain. I'm going to put Seamus back on advising Europe. How is America doing? America is just getting worse. So something I've noticed here is that America's rest state is actually 2.7, but the unrest level is at 8.3. So somebody has actually been trying to disrupt America, which is not good. This is why I need to get Europe unified so I can go over and start sorting out whatever the hell they're up to. Right, brilliant. We've purged the control points in Poland. We can now start to defend our interests there and look to take over Spain and Romania and start to bring in the final few regions into the European Union. I will do a defend interest in Poland to keep my interests there safe. I'm also going to do another defend interest, actually. What's our crackdown chance in here? A crackdown chance in Spain is already really high. I'm going to spend a little bit of influence on that. Let's have a look at our organizations that are available. Pixis Financial is a huge grab. I'm actually going to do that, though, on... Who did I make my criminal? Was it the celebrity? Yeah, I'm going to give Pixis Financial to the celebrity because his administration skill affects his ability to do a hostile takeover. And then we're going to take control of the Directorate General of the external... Well, do I really need that on this guy? Maybe I should put that on a different character. Now, I'm going to put it on this guy for now. We can always shuffle these organizations around. Lupus Financial as well would be good to put on this guy too. Even more administration means we can control even more organizations, even more stuff. 5% space mining. Those are always nice. When it comes to Vinicio, though, let's give this guy an administration point because there are like things like this Zenobia that would give him +1 investigation, which is going to make him much better at crackdowning and stuff like that. He's already like giga powerful. What's your success chance? 84% success chance on a crackdown there. That's amazing. Okay, there's an awful lot of alien life forms. I'm going to need a second agent who can do that. Brilliant. So we've just done heat management concepts, and they're going for terrestrial military science next. So this is the first step on the way to going to mission to the inner planets. And it'll also unlock some new heat sinks, which will be good for when we actually start doing shipbuilding. I haven't even like touched upon shipbuilding, but I don't think we even have the basic stuff required for it. Yeah, we don't have the basic ship stuff. We'll look into that a little bit later. I don't think I'm necessarily going to need to fight many aliens in space to convince them to be allies. It really depends on what my objectives are. I may have to fight them a little bit to get a piece of tech off them, but we'll see what the story is with that. So I think I need to start stabilizing America. This is what this guy's going to be exclusively put on as an operation for the next like year, just to get America back under control, because America has just been spiraled out and I need them to be actually a functional country for my long-term plans. There is something really pleasant about sitting here and just watching the game spin the world around. Nice. Popular support in Spain is really, really high, and we're starting to put America back together. So I want you to be on permanent assignment on American. Yeah, look at that. We've just massively recovered the country's investment points. God. Now, there is a little bit of a cohesion problem, but I think that has to do with the unrest. We'll be able to sort America out soon. We're beginning to purge Spain as well. That's all good news. Slowly but surely, we will bring all of the nations of Europe into the fold. One thing I would like to do now that I have leveled up HAB modules, I'm going to go ahead and talk to Luna, and I'd like to upgrade this to a settlement core. It'll take a bit of time, but by upgrading it, we'll be able to build a much more elaborate base here and also be able to upgrade the mining base. So we'll upgrade the outpost core. And we can start looking to maybe set up a proper habitation in space, although that's going to be, technologically, that's going to be difficult. Just like to put the game in perspective again, now that we're like this deep into it, let's go ahead and just take a look at the tech tree, by the way. We've only just reached like the first few early techs. We haven't even finished researching like super early game techs. We haven't even really beelined anything. Look how deep this tech tree is. Look how big the tech tree is, dude. Dude. The tech tree. All that red stuff is stuff we haven't unlocked yet. We haven't even began. All right, I was building a hab. Hold on, sorry. Not Luna. I wanted to go around Earth. I got distracted. I was looking at all the numbers. So I wanted to find the right one. It wasn't you. You. So this will be the Xeno station. I want to upgrade this to an orbital core, and that's because I want to build a bunch of information science labs up here, which will allow me to increase my investment priority. If I put 10 information science labs up here, I'll be able to get a 30% boost to my knowledge priority. So I need to start building my Earth, my space infrastructure to actually support the Earth. Oh, this is huge, the construction module. So we actually want to get that as soon as possible, because what the construction module does is normally when you build a new base, all of those resources have to come from Earth, but if you can get a construction module into space, the amount of time it takes to get from that construction module to where you want to build is how long it will take. So this will significantly increase our rate of expansion in space. Although I'm not really, I don't need to expand in space. I think we're doing okay right now. So advanced carbon manipulation has been finished by the Resistance, and they are now researching advanced superconductors. This will give us composite armor as well as carbon nanotubes. Awesome. So new projects are available. And we got Stickney Crater on Phobos and stuff like that. Brilliant. These mining bases are starting to come online, and we're just cranking out resources. Amazing. I love it. The big problem we're going to face is mission control. So it looks like some megafauna has spawned in India. I don't know where it's heading, but hopefully the Project Exodus are willing to fight it. Oh dear, alien life forms have started to get out of control over here. Yeah, I think I need to start dealing with that. How's America looking? All right, we've brought the unrest down quite a bit, but unfortunately, I need you to deal with some alien life forms. It looks like they're trying to terraform our goddamn planet. So it looks like they are getting ready to fight the megafauna here. Well, at least they're getting ready to fight it. This thing is terrifying. It's got 6 military score. To put that in perspective, if we go check out like a European army here, the tech level of this is 4.2, so they're quite advanced military armies. We just got done upgrading the settlement core of the lunar base, which is kind of cool. So this mining complex will get upgraded in the near future. I think we could go for a solar array. Let's do it. Let's upgrade the solar array. That will power this off for a little while. But at the very least, we do now have the potential to go to tier 2 mining on the moon. And our bases on the moon are just more efficient and more effective. Ooh, I really want control of the Joint Task Force. Who has control of Canada? Let me have a look here. It looks like it's the Initiative. I just don't think I have the time and energy to do that. I'll grab Capricorn Risk Management for Divikar though, because that'll boost his command rating. I'll also grab Omega here, because that'll be another 7% boost to my space mining. 7% is a nice boost, like it's just a decent little chunk. So I need to get strong enough to be able to assassinate an alien. I need to assassinate an alien to figure out what the hell they're doing on Earth and figure out their language. So that's going to be one of my major projects now. I need to start to detect them and figure them out. It looks like the armies are winning against the gigafauna that is currently rampaging around India. Yeah, looks like the battle is raging. Looks like we are in full control of Spain now. That's perfect. It's all coming together as the plan. I don't remember what stat is used to attack aliens, so I need to find another one and see how bad my assassination attempt would go, and then start building towards successfully assassinating an alien. Okay, lovely. We got another orbital core completed around here. So this was what is this called again? This is the Information Science Lab. So we're going to have to upgrade, I think now, these use 6 science each, which means a single solar array. I'd need 2 fully built solar arrays. So let's go ahead and upgrade those solar arrays and then build another bunch of information science labs. This will give me a 30% boost to my investment into knowledge priority on Earth, which will just increase the rate at which I can get more science. And I've been going very heavy on science. Like I'm making 15k science per year. If you take a look at the other factions actually, and you compare my science rate, I almost double the biggest guy. And I feel like that has been playing well to my strategy. Looks like the Xenoflora in India was actually defeated. The old megafauna has been taken out. Ooh, the Dionysus group. I'm going to go ahead and give that to Jeremy. We also have Pelops products. I'm going to give this to him so that we can get his administration really, really high. We've got Tulipa Intelligence 2. Investigate Counselor, investigate alien activity, detain counselor. Maybe I could give this to Vinicio to get his investigation even higher. I'll give him a point of administration. You know what? Maybe I'll come over here. We'll talk to you. I'm going to take the the Dionysus group off him, and I'm going to take Pixis Financial, and I'm going to give this to Vinicio, and this will allow Vinicio to actually have plenty of room for organization capacity, because you need administration to have orgs. And then I can give him Tulipa Intelligence, which will give him almost 20 investigation. I need a little bit more. I think he's fine now. Let's see, anyone ready to level up? Seamus is ready to level. I really need to clear out. Oh, God, the hard part is knowing which of these I need to get rid of. Like, that's just something I just don't know what ones I should get rid of. I'd actually really like to assassinate Karen Ganbari. I wonder if I'll be able to pull that off with Divakar Senapathy. So Divakar, what is the chance of an assassination being successful here? Right, we need to get your espionage up. So that's the key stat for him. So let's start looking for stuff that we can just take off him. Like Vela Intelligence, that's +1 espionage, perfect. What else have we got here? Gaura Systems. Let's drop Iron Rose Media, we'll drop them off. We'll grab Gaura Systems, Office 39. So now he has 11 espionage. We'll increase his espionage slightly as well. And now if we take a look, yeah, now it's a little bit better. Like if we were to do a full spend, he would have a 10% chance, which is starting to look like a little bit more reasonable for an assassination attempt. It looks like we got an orbital debris strike on one of our stations. So we'll lose up to 3 modules here, which is really annoying. So let's go ahead and have a look at the station. Yeah, looks like we got the full triple hit there. That's okay. We could just go ahead and rebuild those information science labs. It'll slow down how quickly we can get that station up and running, but that's okay. We're going to suffer negative events like that. That's just part of life. Looks like a border skirmish between the European Union and the Eurasian Union has happened. Nationalists on both sides are causing issues. So we have a 50% chance of improving relations. We can stoke the fires, which gives us a 50% chance of increasing cohesion, lowering our GDP. Ooh, but a 50% chance of war. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, we really don't want the war. Yeah, I think I'd like to negotiate to prevent this from happening again. So we failed to cause some growth, which means we lost a cohesion point. That's okay. Our cohesion is recovering because we're keeping unrest down, we're keeping inequality down. But that's bad. You want to have cohesion around 5, I believe it is. If you have cohesion near to 5, you get maximum science, which is our goal. Europe is a science base. It's not a military base. Ooh, I don't like this. Somebody's trying to get control of America. I need to have at least 1 point so I can get control of the executive. So let's start running public campaigns in America. Can't let them get... It would be really, really bad if they got full control of that. Nice, we're getting a 27% bonus to our investments into knowledge, which is a really, really good boost. For every, like 2 points we put in, we actually put in like nearly 3. That's huge. Well, we're failing every single roll on America. Terrestrial military science is finished. This is going to unlock some really cool stuff. Max military tech now has increased. That's now 5.5. And we also have access to new projects. And now they're researching. What was it that they were researching now? Arrival sociology. God, they got a 3rd point. How are they getting points? Okay, they just must have a really, really good guy. Let's take Vinicio. And if I put him on a full send with influence, what's our chance? 8%. Let's try to detain that counselor. Hold on. Yeah, because if they get a hold of America before I do, we'll never get them out. And I mean literally never. We will never get control of America if they do. And America is key to our plans. I actually don't mind sharing America with the Protectorate because they're the kind of group I can work with, because they aren't like completely submit to the aliens, but they're also not like, let's be super duper fun friends with the aliens either. Yeah, it looks like they're just continuously taking a point and then defending it. So I don't know how they're managing to do that. There's no way they have the skill for it. I need to find these counselors that they have, but I haven't actually spotted them yet. God, what are these rolls? 86%! Another failed roll! Dude, we're getting shit out of America. This is so bad. Iran and Afghanistan have declared war. Okay, great. Right, so if I do a full spend, now we're up to 27% chance. So that's where I'm going to start gambling. I'll gamble on a 21% chance. Who else has a high persuasion? You do. It's not high enough, though. Dude, how are you failing this so much? How am I failing to get public... Dude, public missions are like the thing that I do. This is my entire strategy, is trying to boost public opinion across the world. There's no way they can maintain a full control of America, though. Let me have a look. Yeah, they're way over their points. Dude, he rolled poorly. We need to get those final 2 points. So I'm going to take Vinicio. I'm going to go ahead for a full spend here. And I'm going to take Jeremy here. I'm going to do a full spend with him as well. 41% chance. Bao Mi La, what's your success chance? If I do a full spend, 24%. That's quite low. Still within reason, though. Seamus, you can't actually control country. No, that's Divakar that I've got. You do a full spend public campaign. Seamus, what's your chance? really low. You got any levels in the bank? No levels in the bank. Okay. So yeah, I really need to get control of the executive branch of America. So I've got 3 people on control missions. Oh, Vietnam just developed nukes. God damn it. Who's in control of Vietnam? Who's giving Vietnam nukes? Who did this? These guys. Why? Why would you give Vietnam nukes? They don't need nukes. Well, I guess if a country has nukes, they're really good at defending against armies, I suppose. Lock-based equipment for these packets broken down. So all hands brace for impact. Random module will be destroyed. Or make emergency repairs. Nice, good job. You managed to build the receiver back online. Good job, good job, good job. Put popular support for America in Okay. South Korea joined the Iran or Afghanistan war against Afghanistan. Okay, Jesus. Things are getting a little crazy out there. Guys, we've got an alien threat. Why are we at war? Come on now. No! His control mission triggered first. Come on, dude. How can he hold this? So we have a solar flare. Thankfully, though, we have 100 boost in the bank. Now, if we were to lose half of our mission control for a year, for 6 months, that would be insane. If I had devolved Space Command, I could have done this, so it would only be 25%. Thankfully, I'll pay the 100 boost, though, to save that. That's so annoying that their control mission triggered first. Damn. They took over America just as I was going for it, just as I was getting ready for it. What's our chance of a crackdown with a full spend? God, it's really, really low. We would need... The problem is this country is just too big. So we might have to give up on America for now and focus on taking control of the European Union, I guess. Right, Romania is next. Let's bring Romania into the fold. Why would you cancel your crackdown? Oh, because Romania's economy got weaker. So it doesn't have as many control points anymore. Yeesh. Yeah, they're burning Romania to the ground, which I don't like. So we're ready for 2 countries to unify into the European Union, and we're ready for 1 country to join the Federation. Let's get Poland joined, and then we'll run 2 more controls and get these guys in. Let's have a look. Any new organizations to purchase? Atlas Capital is really, really good. Let's go ahead and grab that. Yoink. You need investigation skills, so I'll take anything that gives you investigation. Now, Divikar, your job is to clear out all this alien life form in Europe. I can't really save the world, but I can definitely save Europe. Doing my best out here. Nice first crackdown in Romania. We're starting to close that loop. Regime change in Afghanistan. Looks like the Project Exodus managed to succeed in their war using Iran. Let's unify with the Alpine states. This should give us a nice boost to our GDP and more importantly our research. There's the Unification, perfect. And how about another federation? There's a few places kind of ready for it, but we'll unify with Norway. Making an even bigger giga country. Got 400 million people in here. And the European Union, that big blue blob, has started to come together. Still quite a few countries I need to bring in. There was a time in this game's balance when you could do this like super early into the game. Like year 2, you could have the European Union nearly entirely unified. But they implemented some balance changes that makes it a lot harder now. So unrest is quite high. So what is going on here? It looks like inequality is one of our biggest problems. It's also the fact that just large countries are hard to hold together. But I think running a few stabilized nations should get us back under to where we need to be. We need to keep unrest low. We need to keep cohesion around 5, and we need to keep inequality below 3, ideally. That's kind of the things that I'm aiming for. Now, I don't know if those are good things to do. Those are just like how I feel, you know what I mean? So I don't really particularly care about the elite, so I'm going to make sure I keep spoils off. Right, brilliant. We just picked up a cooperative resolution. That has given us a huge boost to our ability to manage control points. And it'll also create the Academy Envoys, which is in our faction pool, and gives us 100 influence. Peace is the only realistic long-term outcome for humanity, and enough of us now agree upon that we will demand those amongst to hold more extreme views to compromise or leave. Once we are of one mind, no matter what it might cost us, we will be able to do it. So we've completed our objective. We've completely set our goals objective. There has at least been one benefit to our drop in support. It has made our arguments more civilized. Most of the hardliners have abandoned us, joining the bleed off to the resistance, to the servants and humanity first, even to the shadowy organization known as the Initiative. Those who remain are a small tight-knit group, but we have reached a consensus. We will pursue 2 approaches simultaneously. Firstly, we will use our links to the servants and other pro-alien groups to attempt to contact aliens and open negotiations. Ideally, this will result in negotiated peace, but we recognize this is unlikely. Our position is too weak, and there's little reason for the aliens to end a war that they are clearly winning. Realistically, our best hope is to gain a clearer picture of who they are and what they want. Second, and simultaneously, we will work to strengthen our own position, and we will acquire cooperation with the resistance factions to engage in guerrilla warfare against the aliens with the goal of learning more about their species and reverse engineering their technology. We will build up our fleet, our control over the solar system, and our military technology with the hope of eventually using this leverage as force to force the aliens to the negotiating table and taking us seriously this time. And should all that fail, we will be backed into our initial positions, surrender or fight to the last, at which point our group will certainly fracture for good. I tremble at the audacity of what we propose, attempting to reach a permanent peace while simultaneously keeping our own independence is without question the most difficult path. Should we fail, we will become a footnote in history, dismissed as idealistic fools. Yeesh. So we have our work cut out for us. We can reduce the influence cost of rival markets. Yeah, I think I want to get settlement mining complexes. This will be a good way to upgrade my space economy. And I really want construction modules as well. But I'm going to research these on a relatively slow rate. I want to take control of another research thingy. So I'm going to start pumping science into that. Now that I have a huge amount of science, I should be able to take control of them. Our rival sociology has been completed. Now they want to go for independence movements. It looks like the servants want to try to break up these big countries. So I think I want to try to take control of this. Purge the supporters of servants in the Czech Republic. Okay, I think I want to take control of this research. And I want to break up these faction projects. The United States of America, under the control of the Protectorate, and Romania have ended their alliance. I really want to be friends with the Protectorate. I'm kind of friends with nobody right now. I've been fighting with everyone. Actually, it looks like nobody's at war with me right now, and the Protectorate does tolerate me. I wish I could build up my my relationship with them. Let's have a little bit of a look for alien activity in Spain. The aliens have become a lot more popular there recently. We could try to take over China. It would be a really good check against India's power here. And Russia. I think I'm going to go try and take over Russia. Make Giga Europe. I don't know, actually, can you merge those two countries together? I'm curious now. Could we make like a Giga country? Possibly. Yes, it looks like there is possibly an alien here. I want to get eyes on them. It would make me very, very happy if I could get eyes on those aliens. So we can now undertake the guerrilla warfare mission. If we finish this, it'll gain +2 to unrest missions, and it will increase the unrest in 3 in our nations when they're conquered, so that could be handy. Dude, how do you roll that bad on an investigate counselor mission? Come on, man. You had an 84% chance of succeeding. Ooh, violent overthrow in Brazil. Interesting. That's why you got to keep your unrest low. We're in control of Romania now, which should allow me to... Okay, Romania is still allied. Is Romania still in the European Union? No, it left. Okay. So I think the real dream is to start using wars in Africa to unify Africa into like 2 or 3 big countries that we can then like exert influence over. Let's do a purge in the Czech Republic. I need you to investigate this councillor again. I need you to actually hit him. So of the countries that we have claims on in the European Union, we're just now missing Spain. Sorry, that we don't have control over yet. We're just missing the Baltic states. We're missing Romania, the Southern Balkans, and Greece. So we're actually not far off from getting the whole merger going. Amazing. Okay, we found the alien operative. Oh, this guy's got a different helmet on. Interesting. So this is Alpha 3 rather than Alpha 2. We want to try and assassinate him. We need to get access to an alien corpse. Let's start organizing and upgrading more of our stations here. Like we've got a social science station up here. So we'll do orbital cores. I think it would be good to get these all fully upgraded. We need to do all of our space science. And I think I may actually launch some more stations around Earth. Let's have a look. What do we got in terms of orbits? There's low Earth orbit 2. Yeah, I'd like some Earth interface orbits. So I want low Earth orbit 2. I want to found 2 orbitals there so I can continue to doing my space science that'll help Earth. I think though that's going to be it for this episode. We've managed to do some really, really good stuff. We managed to unify the European Union. We managed to finish an incredibly important research project. Also, I totally forgot to use my org here. So this is the Academy's Envoy org. Control nation, defend interest, advise and control space asset. We can take control of other people's space assets. Huge potential here. Yeah, but that is this episode of Terra Invicta. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.